Whoop, speed bump.
Dude, bringing back the mohawk. Good for you.
Today is Sunday, WrestleMania Day. Probably the largest WrestleMania in history, and the one that I care the least about. I'm not that excited for this one. And I asked Colleen, are you excited, babe? Sexy. Anyways, and yeah, it's kind of like a yearly tradition. My brother-in-law is not here. He usually is, but he went to, where do you go, hockey game? Like a special hockey game?
Jets' last game of the season.
Jets' last game of the season. I want to be a witness to the loss. Haley, are you excited for WrestleMania? Are you excited for WrestleMania? I know we're always shooting in the car when we start these videos, so I want to stop that in future videos. However, today we're starting in the car, so apologies for that. Today, I'm with my daughter right now. We're gonna go see Grandma. I think we're gonna try to fit in some game hunting, and maybe I can show you guys how hard it is to game hunt with daughter in hand, and why Thrift Dweller game hunting has really gone downhill since then. Hey, NT1138, she said hi to you yesterday on our live stream. I'm pretty sure you saw that, though. All right, you like being on camera? No. Nothing. It's a waste of time to be here. And that really is the problem when it comes to the thrift store, the whole risk to reward ratio. Before, back in the day, we always harp about back in the day, but really back in the day, it was really worth your while to come here because you always found something. And nowadays, examine how many times that we go to the thrift store and how many things we actually pick up and buy. It's really a losing proposition to go. And, you know, who said it? Einstein? To repeat the same things and expect different outcomes is a definition of insanity. We must be insane for always going to the thrift store. No lie. I think there are better things to do with my time on my vacation than go to the thrift store. But enough bitching about that. Let's actually do something worthwhile. Totally random. Awesome. Sorry, I was surrounded by like 3 cars, so I couldn't go anywhere. I'm on vacation. Should I bleep out the word bitches? Comment below. There's like an ambulance over there. I really got you in here for eye candy, because I'm not buying any of this shit.
Good afternoon, shoppers. Welcome to Sunday by one. Everyone, half off. Thank you for supporting Salvation.
Why is the OC in there? Get the OC out. You know what? This was part of my childhood, so I'm gonna pick it up. $40 for this HD TV. That's a deal right here. Look how fat that fucker is. $10. At least these are cheap if you're into that. Back in the day, man, if you had one of these dudes, you were balling, man. Because I could not be bothered to change my CDs either. Yo, what's up? Look at that bad boy. $10, audio receiver. Hopefully that sucker works. This thing's obviously here for a reason. But for $10, I might take a chance on that sucker. Look at that. So upset. I think this is a 6-disc set of Relic Hunter. I love this show growing up. Best of seasons 1 and 2. Well, I guess it's not a complete loss. It's not a complete season. But I found this. Pretty happy about that. Holy crap, did it get worse? That's Canada. My brother-in-law invited me out to see Batman vs. Superman. I haven't seen it yet, even though I did kind of watch a couple spoilers here and there, but nothing to like majorly ruin this movie for me. I'm going in with low expectations, however. I donated my winter jacket already because I wanted to buy a new one for next year. So the snow falls again. I got no winter jacket. I look through my closet and I find this Texas Longhorns pullover starter jacket. I must have bought this thing maybe 2 years ago at the thrift store, thinking maybe it'll look good, maybe it won't. But it was cheap. And I don't have a winter jacket, so it kind of forces me to wear it. But I don't know if that's an excuse to wear orange shoes. Oh God, I feel like a clown. Holy chalupas. Anyways, there's our destination. Now, when Silver City opened in Winnipeg, it was like the biggest thing growing up. Couldn't wait to go here. Now it's kind of looking run down.
God versus man.
Damn, that was a pretty damn good ass movie. I really liked it. How does Casey walk around like talking to himself and people don't look at him weird? Are people looking at me weird? Look at it outside. The snow stopped. It's dark outside. I don't know how well this GoPro produces in the dark, but slushy mess. Look at this. It is literally 2 days later from our last entry into this video blog. Bright as fuck, but like no snow. Look at that, no snow. But anyways, today I'm going to be hanging out with Ian and Lester and maybe another friend of ours, Kyle. I don't know what we're doing, probably shooting a podcast or a Let's Play or something like that. And speaking of the devil. Okay, look at this fucker.
Hey, how's your vacation?
Not bad. I
Nice
went for
hair.
a mohawk on my vacation.
Oh yeah, your car doesn't have the
Well,
mount
I don't
in
know
it.
where the mount is. I think I left it in the other car.
Oh. You can see the sky. I'm pretty sure that's recording.
Yeah, let it record. I don't know what we're gonna do today. We'll figure it out as we go.
Check these kids on here. Show them the West End.
So we're just waiting for Ian to come home. What do you think of the video blog so far?
What? It's good.
I want to do them just daily though.
Do it.
I think I'm gonna do a movie pickup video with Noah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I
Noah
wish I was
lost
a
his
part of it.
voice. That's why there
Oh.
hasn't been a Noah and Nate episode. But
'Cause I would.
the Nate and Noah show.
The N and N.
Well, because to me that's refreshing instead of just doing video game stuff all the time.
Because no one knows everything.
Oh, DC ready, Christopher. I'm telling you, man, the Canadian Wrestling Podcast, where we You want to know the name for the podcast I came up with?
What is it?
The Casual Mark.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because it'll be a Canadian perspective on professional wrestling, which is not like a super big passion of mine, but I'm a casual fan.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have opinions. And Chris, DC Redia, he's a very passionate wrestling fan. He's part of the internet wrestling community, I believe. Like, he knows all the indie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he educates me on the stuff that I should know. So that'd be really cool, right? Because there's me moderating the podcast for the people like you who are casual wrestling fans.
Yes.
And then he will tell us what we need to know, explain things that we might not understand. I think it'll be a really fun podcast. With him, too, because he has a curly mustache.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really fun. Stashing the mohawk.
I don't know. WrestleMania. I was just like,
Want to talk about WrestleMania?
I liked it, but think about it this way. Like, you get hyped up for it. It was cool up until, in the middle. And it's just like, wow, they totally dropped the ball.
So right now we're just doing a broadcast onto Twitch. There's our godson there and my homie Ian. We didn't do a podcast. But yeah, we'll just end the video blog here. Next video blog, we will have a single day instead of a week. Ian, anything you want to say to the people?
Nope.